Check 1 2, check 1 2. Hey, going live on Wednesday evening, a little out of the ordinary. And we are going to see if anybody shows up. It's just to say hi and then do our little system check. And I already noticed even before anybody showed up, the colors with the new HD, the 1080, they show up way better, Mrs. T, than previously when we were just doing the lower resolution. So hope everybody is having a nice Wednesday evening. Again, we'll just be on for a few minutes. Looks like everything's working out okay. And we'll show off a few of the items that we will be offering tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a rare, well, our first ever. We've only doing a weeknight auction is rare. We've done one Friday weeknight auction, and that went pretty well. And we actually even had some new people show up that normally don't show up on Saturday or Sunday mornings. And oh, hey, Mike's here, and hey, Mark's here. Good day, Mark. And oh, gosh, there's 13 people. Looks good, sounds good, cool.
I like the blue.
Yeah.
The color, the banner, or whatever you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody ever notices, but the thumbnails that I make, the color that I use there matches the branding on the little scrolling numbers and letters and little scroll at the bottom. And Jenks is here. And how's it going, Mark? Hopefully everything's good. Thursday night at 6 our time, Chicago time. And it's going to be a mini auction. Tuli said she'd be able to come and help out. Mark, hopefully you can make it. I don't know what time, 6 p.m. Chicago time is your time, but hopefully it's convenient for you. And first ever Thursday night auction. We are not available on Saturday or Sunday. We've got plans. And so therefore we can't do auction that day, either of those days. So we're going to do a mini auction. So normally, Mrs. T, we go for like 2.5, 3 hours, usually 2.5.
No, 2.5.
We're going to try to go for like an hour and 15 minutes, maybe an hour and a half, like super quick, go fast. And whatever we get through, we get through. And speaking of that, and oh, thanks, Mark. Mark says the banners look nice. And so he's going to check and see what time it converts to Australian time.
Well, see, he said good morning right now, so it should probably be early.
Yeah. Mike, let's see, scissor free. Oh no, sorry, Mike. Mrs. T, hand me that little lollipop over there. I guess that'll be the very first thing, right by your left hand. That'll be the first thing we show off. And
see, scissor free Thursday.
Yeah, scissor free Thursday. It'll all depend on who wins. This little prospector here. Will this prospector stay encapsulated in the little plastic he's been in since 1984? Or will scissor anxiety break out on tomorrow night, Thursday night? So we'll see. We'll see. I'll tell you what, it's a mixed bag. I thought we were an anti-scissor community, but the pro scissors people came out last week and they were saying, cut. So, well, I guess you'll just have to win it in order to make that decision. Mark says 8 a.m. he thinks.
Wow, that's
hopefully,
early. That's not too early.
Well, I don't know. Mark has a party lifestyle. He stays up at bonfires and
that's right.
But he doesn't drink Foster's because that's American beer.
Yes.
That's what they send over here. I don't know. Hopefully you can make it, Mark. And let me show you a few of the other things. Of course, it wouldn't be a T the Silver Stacker auction without Scorpion Metals, without a Libertad or 10 or 20. And I've got some new ones to show you, some new dates. And also, I've gotten down to the last of these Engelhards. I had a pretty fair supply, and it's the Engelhard. And you guys have all seen Engelhards, but what is rare, because they are only released in 1 year, were these frosted back. So 1, 2, 3, that's what I have there. And I don't know if and when I will ever get any more of those. because they're hard to come by. And so let's see. Oh, you guys saw a movie. I almost said movie. You guys saw a video that we did with Shell down in Lafayette, Indiana. And I've decided to take this one off of my thinking shelf and
Wow.
let one of my lucky viewers walk away with this. I'll be shipping it somewhere around the country. Beautiful toned Libertad, circa 2015. I'll have to check the mintage on that between now and tomorrow.
Eric Rohde says that he's been following you around the shops in Lafayette.
Oh, Eric, how's it going? Yeah, I'll tell you what, Shell and her dad, Mr. Smith, are just good people. Good. Hoosier hospitality there and nice folks. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, I did some silver pouring today, but before I get to that, there will be another one of these 86 proof Libertads. So we'll put that up there. And again, people come to our auctions, Mrs. T, because they know they'll see and have a chance to acquire the Libertads, and we don't want to disappoint.
Mark says that the thinking shelf works then.
Yeah. And there's a couple of other items on the thinking shelf that might be there for a couple weeks. Mrs. T convinced me to keep something recently that I was kind of contemplating, and I thought, man, this is so cool. I'm just going to keep it for myself. Here, I'll pull it right off the wall.
You're going to show it?
Yeah, why not? One of these silver story sets. Nice frame. Looks like it was framed in 1972. I don't know. Maybe even the 60s. But some of the stuff that you guys see me wander around and acquire is offered for you to auction to purchase on the auction. Others, it just stays in my collection.
Well, you've been talking about the silver story for
a
while.
And I like this particular version of it. And, if I come across another, maybe I'll keep that one and sell this one, or sell the new one to one of our viewers. All right, on to some of our silver pours. And, this was right out of the oven, man. I poured this today, got home from work, and poured this baby right here. This is in the style, and look at those pour lines, by the way. I stamped the T right there in front of it. And let me see if I could focus a little bit better. And zoom in a little bit better so you can see it a little closer. There you go. So I stamped the T right in the middle of those ripples there. I don't know if there it is. Right in the middle of those ripples, and they are profound, very pretty. And then I toned it. Actually, then I hammered it. And so you see the hammer marks, but you may also notice that I toned it, and it's got some turquoise, some purple, a little orangish, all kind of blending together there. You could grip it pretty easy because it's got those dimples in it. And in case you're wondering how much it weighs, 3.6 ounces. And this is only the 7th one of these that I've made. It'll come with a certificate of authenticity and a little black satchel, little velvet satchel. And somebody will have the chance to win that. And then that brings us to, let's see if I can get this to balance. Maybe I'll just put it this way and be safe. That brings us, let's see, nice pour line. BYB would be proud. I'll tell you what, BYB is one of my idols. And I'll tell you what, he's really into selling silver, and he started a new business. I can't remember the last time I saw him actually pouring silver, but he is one of the most talented and meticulous when it comes. My silver and my style is a little rougher than his. We all have our own styles. He will sit there, and he told me off camera and like behind the scenes, just chatting, like he'll sit there with a soccer game on, or football as they call it over there, a game on the TV, and like for hours, he'll sit there with wet sandpaper going from grit to grit to grit to grit. And like, God bless the people who have patience to do that. Mine is rough and bold and crazy. And that brings us Yeah, he is, Mark. He is moving heaps and heaps of silver, man. And I wish him really well. I'm proud of him. I'm happy for him because when we talked, he was just a regular dude and willing to talk to me, who was a way smaller channel than him, and give tips and suggestions, and some of which I've taken. Others I've ignored, and you might have seen my recent meltdown where my furnace, we had a little Chernobyl action at my silver furnace. But anyway, my style is different, and let me show you my latest creation. Here it is right here. I call this one Son of Crazy Horse. The original, which will stay in my collection, is called Crazy Horse. This is Son of Crazy Horse. Let me see if I open the blinds. Oh, hey, Tiger, just in time. If I open the blinds, you maybe see the color come through a little bit better. And let's see here, without breaking the thing. There you go. You've got some purple, you've got some turquoise, and you've got a beautiful stallion there rearing, and on a custom-made type of mold that I made and sand casted. And so there's the obverse. Almost 10 ounces, guys. This is actually my largest pour I've ever done. The car that I did for Sherry came out to be like 8 something, and this is 9.68, almost 10 ounces. So you guys like 10-ounce bars? Here you go. You've got something unique, different, and this is number 2 of 2. The other one will stay in my stack and my collection. And Crazy Horse, the Son of Crazy Horse, that's what this is, with all that purple and orange and turquoise. I hope somebody likes it and appreciates it and wants to buy it, but there's only one way to find out, and that's by having an auction tomorrow and seeing if anybody digs it or not. So hopefully they will appreciate the effort. And there it is, Son of Crazy Horse, glimmering and shimmering as it goes around on my little carousel. And yeah, Crazy Train. Yeah, I tell you what, I listened to a lot of Ozzy back in the day. That is for sure. Shooting Pool, listening to Ozzy and Black Sabbath and man, all kinds of stuff. Iron Maiden was like a staple with me and my buddy Suno and the rest of our buddies. We were metalheads, that's for sure. We had our jean jackets and our patches and yeah, and we were in a community that was into house music.
Oh yeah.
And
totally
so we were down with the heavy metal, and we weren't going to stop listening to our music no matter what everybody else around us was listening to at the time. And yeah, it wasn't the Osmonds, Mark. Although I do appreciate older stuff that my parents listened to back in the day.
Yeah.
Which band sings Crazy Horses?
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be a good one for the trivia tomorrow. And let's see. I know Crazy Train, Bark at the Moon was big here. Yeah. And absolutely. And then Metallica came into play. They were actually my first concert was a group called Anthrax. I don't know if any of you have ever heard Anthrax. They opened up for Kiss. Kiss was without makeup, and they sounded terrible. They looked terrible, and they were outshined by Anthrax, who opened up for them. And anyway, let's see. Have you seen the Crazy Horse Monument in the Dakotas? I have not seen it with my own eyes, but I did recently read an article about it. We did go see Mount Rushmore, and I don't know how close we were to Crazy Horse. We were up that way on a vacation about a decade ago, and Crazy Horse has been, Mrs. T, I don't know if you knew this, I think they've been in construction for like, I don't know, 40 years or something obscene like that. And but to their credit, the Native Americans who are building it are not taking any government money in order to build that. So everything that they've done has been through donations and money they've been able to raise. And I also understand that it's been a multi-generational project. You know,
Oh,
the grandpa started it, the old man continued. Now they have the kids involved. I hope they can finish that thing someday.
yeah. So
And
the Sioux Nation is building it.
yeah, very cool. And
So
we've
yeah.
been through some Native American
Mhm.
lands in
Yes.
our travels, and I'll tell you what, man, we've seen some of the beautiful land that got taken away from them, and we've also seen some of the crap garbage land that they were given. You can't grow a doggone thing on it, and you know, which is just a whole sad thing in itself. But anyway, I don't want to get too upset talking about how the Native Americans were treated. But hopefully everybody's having a nice Wednesday night. We intended to just come on for a few minutes, say hi to everybody, and hopefully you guys will see us tomorrow at 6 p.m. Central for about an hour and a half. And then Thule's got a jet, and since it's a Thursday night, a work night for us, we both work early in the morning. We'll keep it a short one, and hope a few people show up. Guys, it's been nice chatting with you this evening, and hope you have a good rest of your night. And
morning,
or morning, Mark.
Mark.
And we'll
Or
see
day,
you
I
all
should say.
hopefully tomorrow evening.
Have a
Thanks
good
a lot.
night, everyone.
Bye-bye.